Alright guys, so for our first video starting off our summer, we will be starting with a food diary. So every time I upload these videos, we will begin for the first half focusing on the food diary. However, with this first video, we're going to go more into depth and give you what exactly I would like to see for your food diary, what it means, and how this is beneficial for you. All right, so to get started, we need to label within our journals, hopefully some were sent home, a title, right? So for this title, at the top of your journal, you are going to put food diary. So go ahead and take a moment to write that down. Now, with this being your diary, of course, you're free to color, bedazzle it, use markers of your choosing, but please make sure it's legible and it doesn't get in the way of the main concept here, okay? So, on the second line, I'm going to put the date. Now keep in mind, this isn't necessarily a weekly journal or entry. I want to see this more as a daily entry, okay? So we're gonna look at today's date. Today's date is June 1st, 2020. All right. Now, next line over. We are going to put our goals. Now, everyone's goals are different. We are all made different. Now, personally, my goal is weight. Now, what does this mean? It can mean I'm shooting for a specific weight goal. I'd like to see me more slimmer. However, I've seen friends who've made their goals to be more toned or to be more disciplined in their choices of food, right? Now, again, this is your own opinion. This is what your ultimate goal is. So whether you or not you choose to look at weight, or whether or not you choose to make healthier choices as far as your meals, right? So goals, leave that open to you. You're free to put whatever you like. Now, to look at the chart, go ahead and make a line like so. Okay. And then, now, if you can tell, I flipped my first page over because I messed up on the first page, turned it over, which gives me the benefit of these lines on the side. Now, I'm gonna label them like so. So, I'm going to, I'm gonna label this as time. My phone's going off. I'm gonna label this as food description. Next, I'm gonna look at portion. Mood. Thoughts. All right, now you're just gonna underline this. Feel free to use a ruler. I'm kind of just eyeing it as I go. Guess it also helps that I have a line under it. Now I'm going to divide these, okay? So depending on what you've eaten today, I'm just gonna go down here. Your lines can extend all the way down to the page, midway, again, based on what you ate. All right, so again, my lines are not straight. I highly recommend a ruler. All right, let's get started. So today, I kind of slept in. However, I woke up today, I want to say, let's see, about 8 o'clock. a.m. First thing I ate a banana. All right. Now, sorry, losing my train of thought. I ate one banana. So, I guess it's kind of hard to tell what the portion was, but we're all familiar with what a banana is, how heavy it is. However, if I said I had a bowl of something or I had a cup of something, this is what I'd like to see in the portion box. So you would like to be more descriptive, meaning like what weight was it? Did it have more than one banana, 2 bananas? So you get the point. Put more, if you had more bananas, put 1 if you had 1 banana, whatever the case may be. All right, so mood. You have to think about this as, how was I feeling when I ate this banana? Did it make me feel groggy? Did it make me feel full? Did it make me feel satisfied? For that moment in the time of day, given also what I had to do, I was a bit rushed this morning, I felt satisfied. I would say satisfied. I was full for quite some time. Right. Now my thoughts. When you ate whatever you consumed, was it something that you'd eat again? Was it something that you think kept you full? Do you think it was a wise choice and a healthy habit? I'd say healthy for sure. And yummy. Oh, going off the page here, but you get the point. Now I'm just gonna skip a line over because I want it to be legible, right? I want to be able to read my own work, and I want the space. So there was a quite bit of a gap here. I ate, I want to say 1 p.m. Okay. Now, what I ate, probably not the best of choices, was a cup of maruchan. For those familiar, it's a cup of noodles. I had 1 cup. That's the benefit of it being a cup, I guess. Mood. Let's see. It was spicy for sure, because I like the spicier palettes, if you will. My thoughts. Unhealthy. Now, if you're curious as to why it's labeled unhealthy, we'll go more into depth, later on to figure out what makes it unhealthy. Now, skipping a few lines over. Let's see, the current time is 5 o'clock, right? Now, let's see, I want to say around 4:30. Yep, 4:30 p.m. I had another cup of maruchan. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, oh my god, Miss Ibarra, why another cup? Well, it's easy to make, and yeah, it fills me up. Again, I have to agree, it is unhealthy of my choice, but hey, we are all welcome to a cheat day. All right, so this is a description I'm looking for. Now, it would be more organized, more within the descriptions. However, this is an example of what I've been eating so far. Typically, people like to eat before, let's see, eat before 6 p.m. Now, people like to do this only because it has to do with Weight Watchers. Not only that, but when you're sleeping, it's a form of fasting, right? So when you eat after 6, your body does not work fast enough to burn off those calories, right? Okay, so let's do a little breakdown here. Give me one moment. I am so sorry, guys. I took a quick moment to pause the video because I wanted to attend to my daughter, but I totally went off track. Totally. I had so much I was going for and then did not record anything. My bad. Okay, so I'm gonna cover with my hand here. We were talking about the benefits of eating before 6 p.m. Have a few things written, so I'm trying to cover it. So, I want to tell you guys again why eating before 6 p.m. has so many benefits. It's not just what we eat that raises our risk of heart disease, but researchers now say that the time we eat may also play a role in our bodies and how we can do to prevent things. Now, just a quick study, if you will, I want to share with you guys. Women who have dinner after 6 p.m. could face a greater risk of the world's leading killer, suggested after a year-long study. Those who eat later face factors such as high blood pressure, high body mass index, and poor control of blood sugar. So hence everything listed here. If we're not sure what body mass index is, we will go more into depth about this later. But again, ignore everything else I've written. I went off track. Okay, so eating before 6 p.m., many benefits, right? We have a reduce in weight. We feel better about ourselves. Plus, it also gives us the chance later in the night to burn off the calories in which we've eaten. Now, keep in mind there's healthy fats, there's good things we want to keep in our body, and there's some that we should get rid of right away. For example, let's say your family ate pizza tonight, okay? Before 6 p.m., you guys have the rest of the night. Let's say your bedtime's 9 o'clock. You have 3 hours to take a walk around the neighborhood, but of course with an adult, or letting an adult know. Watch a Zumba video or play Just Dance in the living room. These are all the benefits again before eating before 6 p.m. Eating after 6 p.m., hence the arrow moving down, is a prevention of all of these items. We want to prevent this and be mindful of this because this is important stuff. We're not going to be young forever, right? And the way we eat now indicates how our bodies are going to be in the future. So again, important stuff we should always keep in mind. Now, plan of action. How can we prevent all of these things from happening? What can we do to make this better? One, many studies show that people who brush their teeth 2 times a day, I'd like to add, because we're supposed to do that, steer away from eating after 6 p.m. Okay, so let's say you cut it close. You have dinner at 6 p.m. with your family. You finish dinner at 6:30. Right at 6:30, go to the bathroom and brush your teeth. Brushing your teeth will help so much. Because I don't know, for some of you, right after in the morning you brushed your teeth, let's say you drink some orange juice, it tastes kind of funky, right? Well, this is why you should eat breakfast and then brush your teeth before you come to school. Or for those of you who come to school and eat breakfast in our cafeteria, Maybe bring a toothbrush along. Brush your teeth right after your breakfast before heading out to morning recess. Also, setting an alarm. Setting an alarm not only is beneficial for reminding us to not eat, but it also can become a habit. If we set it every day, we know, okay, our body's trained to not eat at a certain time or to not go to the kitchen at this time, whatever the case may be. These are all great plan of actions to avoid eating after 6 p.m. because if we eat after 6 p.m., eventually, depending on how much we eat, what we eat, this is all statistics, we can prevent this. Heart disease, high blood pressure, body mass index, poor control of blood sugar. Oh my God, I can't talk today. Anyways, moving on. Now, I do want to point out my chart here, okay? As you can see, I've eaten only so many times today. Mind you, 5 o'clock is creeping up on me here. I'm gonna have to start dinner soon. My goal is to eat before 6 p.m. Now, if we look at my chart, I don't have much. No excuses for it, although I like to say I was pretty busy today. So typically, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, when I'm too busy, I don't eat. I don't find the time to sit down and really take a break unless I know I have nothing going on. But that's like horrible. When I'm so bored to death and I have nothing else to do, I want to munch, munch, munch. I want to eat everything in sight. So it's important to keep in mind our food diary. Our food diary tells us our do's and don'ts. We can always reflect back on the day before and see, God, where did I mess up? What can I do better? In this case, my food chart indicates that I'm not eating enough. I need to take time to set an alarm. Tell me when I should be eating, okay? So that brings me to all my information back here. Now, maybe find something to cover it, even though you guys already saw it. Calories. Calories are super duper important, and it's gonna be the next segment we move into. All right, so calorie needs are often higher during the teenage years than any other time of our life. Why would we say that? Why would calories be so important during our teenage years than any other time in our life? You got it. Growing. We are growing kids. We are about to become adults, and we need all the food that we can get, right? Majority of us hit our growth spurts in high school. Some people don't even grow after 18. Well, typically people don't grow up after 18, but there has been other studies stating otherwise. Boys should intake about 2,800 calories a day, right? Girls, ignore this stuff for now. Girls should be consuming about 2,200 calories a day, all right? So this isn't much, but it's just right where we should be for the day. So anything over can, going back, can increase our chances of diabetes, heart disease, low blood sugar, whatever you want to call it. There are so many things that can come up when we're not eating correctly, okay? Now let's say you wanted to cut it. You wanted to cut it a little close. You consume about $3,000 a day, gentlemen. $3,000, haha, just kidding. 3,000 calories a day, guys. Are you necessarily gonna gain so much weight now? Because again, the benefits of eating before 6 p.m., you have that time after to lose some of these calories. Now, let's say you're like Missy Barr, who barely eats anything because you're too busy. Let's say you only eat 2,000 calories. This is not so good. Let me tell you why. You don't have enough energy throughout the day, nor can you really think. When you feed yourself, you feed your brain. And this is so important whenever you guys are doing anything that requires critical thinking, especially when you guys are at school. This is why we encourage breakfast every morning, because once you get breakfast every morning, it's almost like you're ready and set for the school day. Okay, so girls, same goes for you. If you wanted to consume 25 calories, or excuse me, 2,500 calories a day, are you necessarily gonna gain so much weight? It depends. If after 6 p.m. you choose to stay in bed, okay, you're not necessarily burning off those extra calories, so those calories may sit with you, okay? But let's say you're like Miss Ybarra, gonna move back now, who consumes 1,000 calories so far today. If I don't eat anything else today, I am eating unhealthy. Let's ignore that I ate 2 cups of Maruchan. But my next meal, I still have time to make up for this. I can eat chicken and veggies today. I can check out how many calories I'm consuming. I can meet my calorie intake. Now keep in mind, my weight is a target for me right now. So when I'm not eating specifically to my needs and I continue to eat unhealthy calories for the rest of the day, that is so bad, okay? So bad for you. Moving on. When we are keeping in mind our calories, we should also be keeping in mind the variety of food we're eating. We should always be consuming 5 portions of a variety of fruits and veggies. Now, I know some of us can't drive yet, or I mean, none of us should be driving yet. We always rely on our parents to provide our food, which is awesome. I mean, we're not fully grown yet to go get our own food as we want, but we can also make wise decisions in what we choose to eat. So let's say you're waiting for your mom to make your spaghetti, and you wanted to snack on something. Hey, if there's grapes in the fridge, go for them. If there's pickles on the counter, then go for them. If you see veggies in the fridge, go for them, okay? Now, fruit and veggies are, of course, not hard to come by. And if you're worried about cost, because some stores can really get you for your buck, pick up an ad. Pick up your mail. Look at what weekly deals are going on in the area. I've labeled fries here because fries has really good deals. And the 99-cent store has amazing deals as far as pricing. But I do want to add that my experience at the 99-cent store, I found that their fruit isn't all that clean. So, which brings me to my next point. Always, I cannot stress this enough. Always clean your fruit, okay? This is super important because we will be doing a video, I believe sometime this week, of the benefits of cleaning your fruit and veggies, I'd like to add, and veggies. Cleaning your fruit and veggies, and what happens when you don't. I will share some videos with you guys, and I'll even include them in the link. Ugh, it's disgusting. The videos that you see when you do not clean your items, you guys will be surprised. All right, moving on. Okay, so not sure if you can see in the video, but I have 2 items here I wanted to go over. I have honey bunches of oats, and I have Pringles. Again, I did mention that I like spicy stuff. I got the extra hot chili and lime, and you guys might be wondering, way to preach to the choir, Miss Ybarra, why do you have these in your home? Well, everyone's entitled to a cheat day as long as it's once a week, I'd like to say. Not every day of the week. If you turn the bottle around, or can, you can see the nutrition facts listed. Now, fun fact, the Food Administration asked that the nutrition facts no longer be in a small font, but this area here be in a large font. Now let's see, why would they want it in a large font? Bingo! Before, with the small font, people didn't really care as to what calories they were eating, right? So they thought if they enlarged it, it was too hard to miss, okay? So they're forced to turn the can and say, okay, what are these big numbers doing on here? Now, some people don't read it at all and just throw whatever they want in their cart. And I'm encouraging you guys that from here on out, maybe after this video, this encourages you to look at the items you're putting into the grocery cart and, you know, share some knowledge with your parents and say, hey, look at these calories. We should only be consuming 2,800 calories a day. Girls, 2,200 calories a day. Now, if you look down here, maybe I can bring it closer to the phone. They made this in a small font. Now, I guess some people don't really care about what's in their food, but focus more on the calories. But this is something we'll go more into later on in the week. You should really take a moment to look at what you're digesting or consuming by looking at the nutrition facts and the labels on your items that you throw in your cart. So going more into depth, the calories per serving in a Pringles can is 150 calories. Now this isn't for the whole can, this is just per serving. Now how many servings are in the Pringles can? There's only 6 servings. Now let's do this for my visual learners. 150 plus 150 plus 150 plus 150 plus 150, and then, oh wow, plus 150 equals 1 can. I'm sure you guys can do the math on this and your handy dandy calculators. Now let's see, for those of my friends who like to eat Takis in the morning, maybe you should be rationizing your food. But let's say you do 150 Monday for your snack, 150 Tuesday for your snack, and so on. Is this necessarily healthy? I mean, sure, you're keeping in mind the servings, but I do encourage you guys to definitely turn these kind of servings into healthy calories. If you're someone that meets your calorie goal by consuming a whole can of Pringles every day, or let's say you ate some pizza and you're gonna go home and eat some Takis or hot Cheetos and then drink a can of soda to wash it all down, you are not making healthy choices, but you will learn one way or another, okay? Now, its opponent, Honey Bunches of Oats. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I mean, I give myself a pat on the back for having this in my house. Looking at the calories, okay? Again, we're looking at large fonts, telling me I should be looking at my nutrition facts. I have 160 calories. It's an amount per serving. Now you guys be wondering, well, Miss Yvara, 160 is a lot more than 150, okay? Yeah, I mean, that's just 10 calories, but I'd rather have more calories of my Honey Bunches of Oats compared to my Pringles because, again, look at what's inside them. Look at what it provides and look at what it does for you. So right here, I see vitamins and minerals. Looking at my can, I do not see any vitamins or minerals. One thing to keep in mind. So definitely Honey Bunches of Oats trumps Pringles any day. We even have vitamin D listed. We have calcium, iron, potassium. And if you do not know what this is, we will go more into depth. But this is something we should be packing in our lunch boxes. This is what we should be eating for our breakfasts in the morning, not Takis, for my friends who love to demolish those in the mornings. So hopefully today's lesson gave you guys more of an insight of what you should be eating and why. Later we'll go more into depth as far as like our vocabulary words, but look out for the next video. We'll upload it here shortly about cleaning your veggies, also going more into vocabulary. And sorry guys, this was such a long lecture, but I found it very important to go more into depth and make this our first video. So don't expect this every time. Sorry again. We will be looking at more of a physical activity, Zumba, workout. So stay tuned, guys. I hope you guys are all being safe. And one thing I do want to add is wash your hands. Please be mindful of washing your hands. Okay, and if you do go out with your family members, please stay 6 feet apart. Be knowledgeable in that, and we will even cover a lesson on our current situation with COVID-19. So I hope you guys be safe, and again, wash your hands.